Today, Bev's presenting an innovative path speech from That Path Race. This is a speech where you get feedback and then you act on that feedback. Madam Timer, a 5 to 7 minute speech. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Bev LeBlanc with her presentation, Redream. Redream, Bev.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. After listening to a program on the radio yesterday, I realized I'm a boring person. The announcer was talking about a recent study conducted by the University of Essex, titled Boring People: Stereotype Characteristics, Interpersonal Attributions, and Social Reactions. 463 volunteers were asked to rate the most stereotypically mind-numbing traits, jobs, and hobbies for the study. Leading the blandness rankings of hobbies were watching TV, bird watching, and sleeping. I have all of those traits, except I'm only thinking about bird watching. Oh, the monotony of it all. When asked what makes a person seem monotonous, the volunteers listed characteristics including a lack of interest, a non-existent sense of humor, having no opinions, and a tendency to complain. This saved me a little bit because I have many interests, an incredible sense of humor, many strong opinions, and I rarely complain. Based on the overall characteristics, it seems that I'm boring, but I'm not monotonous. When you heard the traits I just listed, which the 463 people found the most boring, where do you fit? If we tend to be on the boring side, why have we become boring? None of us, well, 99.9% of us, are not boring as children. As children, we're cute and precocious. We're energetic and we're enthusiastic about life. From about the ages between 5 and 15, we start to dream. We dream about what we want to be when we grow up. We dream about what kind of families we'll have, what we want to accomplish in life. Unfortunately, one of the first words we are taught is no. It's kind of meant to protect us from danger, but it also creeps into our psyche, becoming an almost normal reaction to everything. If you don't believe me, next time you're in a grocery store, watch the people with young children. They bring them to this glorious cornucopia of food, treats, and toys, only to be told, no, you can't have that. No, put that back. No, candy will rot your teeth. How cruel is that? Somewhere along the line, possibly because of learning no, we bury our dreams and real life sets in. We pursue an education, we get married, we have children, we settle into and accept a boring routine. Our dreams go deep into our minds, forgotten, until something wakes us up. As a young person, I had many dreams. I wanted to be a teacher, wanted to be a translator. I was fairly decent at high school French. I wanted to be an airline stewardess because they were so glamorous. And I wanted to travel the world. Think back to when you were young. Can you remember your dreams? When I give you the signal, take about 15 seconds to write down 2 or 3 dreams of life you had when you were young. Go. Time's up.
Time is up.
Keep the list in front of you while I talk. Have you fulfilled any of those childhood dreams? If you have, kudos to you because you are in the minority. For me, I did earn a teaching degree and I taught for a few years. I didn't, however, become a glamorous stewardess. I didn't enter the world of translators, and I haven't done much world travel. I believe I shaped my mind and myself into a boring human being. I sleep a lot. I watch TV a lot. I'm even thinking that bird watching might be fun. Here's the but. But I don't want to be a boring person. How do we prevent ourselves from becoming boring? I think I've narrowed it down to 3 main things we can do. First, we need to re-dream. We must revive our dreams or design some new ones. It's no longer a dream of mine to become a glamorous stewardess or a translator. I have, however, created some new dreams. Many of you know what is on the top of my list. Raise your hand if you do. Living in Hawaii. Chuck and I also want to go to a ball game in every professional stadium. I want to see in person the Statue of Liberty. Secondly, we need to make a plan. A plan includes what, why, when, where, when, and how. Our dreams don't just happen. We have to take action to realize them. For me, I can't just walk out the door and go live in Hawaii. 25 or 30 years of amassing stuff, both physically and mentally, has its drawbacks. As in, what on earth am I going to do with it all? We must plan the steps. If you don't plan, you'll end up with something else. And third, we need to act. Just start. Take a step, and then another, then another. Look at that list you made a few minutes ago. Pick one, maybe two, of the dreams you had. Resolve here and now to realize that dream. It doesn't matter how young or how old you are. Start your dream. I believe our lives are better if we dream again and live our dreams. Our lives are richer when we have hope and joy and enthusiasm. Our families, our colleagues, our peers will be positively affected from the way we live out these values as we interact with them. Let's enrich our own lives, but let's not stop with us. Let's enrich the lives of all of those around us so we can live in a world which rejects boredom. Mr. Toastmaster.